If you think you can't run a PT-PMA Bali from abroad, you're leaving 40 million rupiah on the table, and here's the fix. Here's the problem. Most people believe you need to live in Bali full-time to run a foreign-owned company. Appoint a local director who holds 5% nominee shares and signs documents while you stay abroad. Use a virtual office address in Bali for 8 million rupiah per year to meet domicile requirements. Running a PT-PMA from abroad matters now because Bali's business landscape changed in 2026, when the new investment law let foreigners own 100% of certain sectors without relocating. Here's the real scenario. A digital agency founder incorporates a PT-PMA in Bali, flies home to Sydney, and realizes 60 days later that tax authorities flagged the company for no local management presence. Within 90 days, the company faces suspension. This is exactly why we built the Bali Lawyer, to handle cross-border PT-PMA compliance, so you can operate from anywhere without risking your license. Most people fail here. They form the PT-PMA, appoint themselves as sole director, and leave Indonesia thinking remote signing tools are enough. Indonesian corporate law requires at least one director with local presence or a registered Indonesian address. Without it, your annual tax filing gets rejected, your KITA sponsorship application stalls, and immigration can revoke your business permit within 120 days. Do not skip the local director appointment. Step 1. Appoint a nominee director who holds between 5% and 10% of shares under a declaration of trust. The Bali Lawyer handles the full PT-PMA Bali setup, including nominee director arrangement, notarized deed, and Ministry of Law registration for 50 million rupiah. The nominee signs government filings, receives official mail at the Bali address, and attends mandatory shareholder meetings twice per year, while you retain operational control through the shareholder agreement. Step 2. Open a corporate bank account with the nominee as signatory, but set dual authorization rules so no funds move without your approval. This is important. Most Indonesian banks, including BCA and Mandiri, require the legal director to appear in person for the first account opening, but the Bali Lawyer coordinates the appointment in Denpasar, while you join via video call for KYC verification. Processing takes 14 to 21 days and costs roughly 3 million rupiah in bank admin fees. Here's the problem. Path A is running everything yourself from abroad with no local structure. You save 50 million rupiah up front, but spend 6 months fixing compliance gaps when tax audits or BKPM inspections arrive. Path B is setting up the nominee director and registered address through the Bali Lawyer from day one. You pay 50 million rupiah now and avoid 200 million rupiah in penalties or license suspension later. Advanced move. Draft a specific powers of attorney document that limits your nominee director's authority to routine filings only. Here's the exact wording you can copy into the notarial deed. The nominee director is authorized solely to sign tax returns, submit annual reports to the Ministry of Law and Human Rights, receive official correspondence at the registered office address, and attend mandatory shareholder meetings. The nominee director has no authority to bind the company in contracts exceeding 10 million rupiah, transfer shares, amend the Articles of Association, or authorize bank withdrawals without prior written consent from the majority shareholder. This clause protects you while meeting Indonesia's local presence rules. Or skip all this and let the Bali Lawyer draft and notarize it for you. The nominee director is authorized solely to sign tax returns, submit annual reports to the Ministry of Law and Human Rights, receive official correspondence at the registered office address, and attend mandatory shareholder meetings. The nominee director has no authority to bind the company in contracts exceeding 10 million rupiah, transfer shares, amend the Articles of Association, or authorize bank withdrawals without prior written consent from the majority shareholder. Appoint a local nominee director holding 5% to 10%. Set dual authorization on your Indonesian corporate bank account. Draft a powers of attorney that limits nominee authority to filings only. If this helped, smash like, hit subscribe, and visit the Bali Lawyer for help setting up your PT-PMA Bali with full nominee and compliance support. Visit https://thebalilawyer.com.